Fees or no fees? That's the question. Stay tuned.
From Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell, Financial Freedom Radio starts now. Here's your host, Raymond Jewell.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to financialfreedomradio.com. We're just blessed that you're here, and thank you for downloading. I think, are on the increase in our downloads, and we're just blessed that you're there. If you know anybody that you want to pass this show on to, send them to financialfreedomradio.com and ask them to take a listen. It's not right for everybody, but we ask you to give us 90 days, and if you don't like us, don't listen anymore. But at least give us some time. We've got a good show today, and it's all because of our producer, Steve. And let's check in. Steve, how's things going?
Things are going great, Ray. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So you asked me, you said that you've gotten some feedback from people.
hmm
Um,
Your stance
Explain
on
what
your stance on
what happened.
financial planners has become quite controversial, but I still think you're coming from a good place when you say that. But one of the comments I received in the past week was the difference between a fee-based financial planner who basically gets paid commissions when you take recommendations or whatever the case may be, or they're getting paid when you buy the product. And then there's the flat fee financial planner who you pay a monthly fee to, and whatever happens, they don't charge you more, they don't charge you less. So the question was, I can see how the commission based financial planner could be perceived as serving his own self interest, but surely that's not the case of the flat fee financial planner, right?
Well, no. The commission-based financial planner is actually doing a better job for the client than the fee-based. Um, I jotted down a few notes after you mentioned that to me, and you've got to ask yourself why financial planners are charging a fee. And you kind of have to deconstruct the whole thing and determine what the motivation is to charging a fee versus charging commission. Most people that charge fees are are telling you indirectly, we're not sure what we're telling you is right. We're going to charge you a fee because if there's any hesitation, uh, you're going to balk on the other end. So we're going to charge you a fee and you're going to follow what we tell you, but we don't know what's going to happen down the road. Does that make sense,
Yeah, I mean, to
Steve?
me, it almost feels to me like it's a case of um, we don't know if what we're telling you is going to make you money or not, but we're going to get paid anyway.
That's right. But let's go with the fee thing. And people charge fees, and when you look at who's paying the fee, it's the client. And we talk a lot about lost opportunity costs. So when you've got a fee that you're paying to a financial planner, you're creating lost opportunity to invest those dollars. And most of these financial planners are charging anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000. And so if you were able to invest those dollars, that would be a lot more money you would have, but you in turn have paid someone a fee and you have no assurance whether what they're telling you is right or not. You're paying them a fee because somewhere along the line, you've been told fees are better than commissions. And these guys sell this stuff because they say, well, we're not a commission-based person. We don't care what you do. We're going to charge you a fee. And that takes us out of the commission picture. Well, I don't want my person to be out of the commission picture because when a fee is paid, I'm paying the fee if I'm using a fee-based financial planner. I don't want to pay the fee, but I want to get the job done. So if you have a commission-based person, who's paying the commission? It's not the client, it's the company they use when they focus on products. But we've said before, products will never make you wealthy. Process will. It's the process you follow. The fee-based financial planner are they're saying, pay us a fee, and we're going to go out and we're going to find you products. So they're product focused. But and they're saying we don't get commissions. Well, I find that a bit strange because there's more commissions to be earned when you're selling products than fees to be earned. Sometimes they do both. Sometimes they charge a fee and they get commissions. I find it ludicrous to pay somebody a fee. So, but let's look at it. When you pay somebody a fee, you get a lost opportunity cost. You lose the opportunity to invest those dollars. And when you look at the value that those dollars would have earned over 20 or 30 years, it's huge if you put those dollars to growth. You could be upwards in the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you don't have because you paid a fee, and the rest of that was a crapshoot. Does that make sense?
It's kind of like someone who is in a sales job. I mean, the best metaphor that I can think of would be someone who's in a sales job and they're getting paid a salary versus getting paid a base plus commission. I know one of my early jobs was selling shoes and I got paid commissions. So when I sold a pair of shoes, I would get paid a commission for that. And I know that there was a lot more hustle in me when I was commission based because I knew that the harder I worked, the more money I was going to make versus salary. I'm going to get paid whether I sell shoes or not.
Sure, and it's all about posturing. If I sell myself as a fee-based planner, I'm saying I'm smarter than everybody else and I'm going to point you in the right direction. Point me in the right direction for what? Are you telling me that I need to invest X amount of dollars? What are you telling me for charging me that fee? Are you saying that I'm going to pay you this fee and you're going to tell me that I'm going to spend X amount of dollars over here somewhere else to buy these products? Are you going to buy them for me? I mean, what does it all mean? And it's kind of like they're saying, we don't really have the skill set to unwind these products to determine whether they're right or wrong for you. We're going to charge you a fee and point you in the right direction. And then you do what you want. If you choose to do all of it, part of it, or none of it, you're on your own. So what did they do? Pass the fee. Did they actually guide you to a company? And what's their affiliation with that company? There's so many unknowns. But when you back it up, the fee is paid by the consumer. Then the consumer goes and puts their money in an investment. The investment house pays the commission to whoever took that money and put it into an investment. 9 times out of 10, your fee-based planners are going to put you in some kind of no-load mutual fund or investment, which they say doesn't pay commissions, but they get something for it. I don't know if they're disclosing it or what. There's too many unknowns when people say, I'm a fee-based person. But what's important is fees are paid by the company that represents the funds. So the consumer's not paying the fees. when it's commission based. When it's fee based, the consumer's paying the fees. Well, I don't like that. I want somebody else to have skin in the game. I want to make sure that the person I'm talking to is skilled enough to show us where we're making mistakes, where we're not doing things correctly, and how to fix it. That's why we don't charge fees for what we do. We make our money on commissions, but only when we can find the right product and it makes sense for the consumer. So we have a lot of skin in the game up front when we're working with a client, and we've got nothing for it.
Why
But
don't you
we know that our end result is going to be successful results
why
in our
don't you take
model.
why don't you take it? Was one of the other questions I got was, why don't you just take a minute to explain again I think I did a pretty poor job of it. So if you could elaborate on it, the difference between what you do and what a financial planner does. I think that would go a long way to explaining the difference between a financial planner and the services you provide and why you're not a big fan of financial planners.
Sure. Financial planners are product driven. They operate from the four basic rules that we've gone over before. They got to get your money, get it on a systematic and ongoing basis, hang on to it for as long as possible, and give it back as little as possible. They violate those rules, they're out of business. We operate from a model based, we're model driven. Our models teach us how to uncover, one of the things it teaches us is to how to uncover um, inefficiencies and then put them to growth. So we're able to find money. We don't create new cost on people. We just show them where they're losing money and how they can take those dollars, recover them, and put them to growth. When we do that, we get paid. We get paid by the third party. Financial planners are not model driven, they're product driven. They say you need this product, and then they sell that product to the consumer. They don't know why that consumer needs that product, and the consumer doesn't understand why they need it. They just think that because a financial planner told them it's a good idea.
And I
But
think go ahead.
no, no, you
I
go
was just gonna
ahead.
say, and I think it's also important to understand that, at least from all the time I've spent with you and from what I've learned from you, the financial planners seem to be focused on, here's the product that you need, here's the money that you need for that product, and then you have to figure out a way, or if you have extra money, they find a way for you to use that to buy whatever the product is. Whereas I think one of the things that I think is most unique about what you do is, sure, if you have extra money, I'll show you what to do, but I will also show you where, you're like you said, you're losing money, and take the money that you're losing. So it's almost like it doesn't cost you anything extra to do it, because you're going to find places where money is leaking out of the bucket, and then catch that money and refocus it somewhere else, which I thought was a huge
Right.
thing to me, because you showed me, it was like, I can't afford this particular, financial vehicle, but if I fix this problem over here, it's going to free up X amount of dollars a month. And then with that money, I can then use it to afford this, whatever the financial vehicle is. So I think that's one of the things I find unique about the way you operate.
Yeah, we don't create new cost. We take old money that's currently being used in our model and redirect it to growth. So we're taking old money and turning it into growth, where financial planners want you to spend new money, and that new money goes to growth. Um, so we have a structure, we have a model, we look for the inefficiencies. This is key to everything. And financial planners don't do it. We go through and find all the inefficiencies that a person has, and we're able to put those to growth. That's old money they're currently spending. We just redirect it to a more positive area. See, if you divide our model in half, you have, if you divided it right in half in the center, you have above the line, you have offensive or defensive strategy, and below the line, you have offensive strategy. Most people are playing offense but have no defense in place. So they offensively go out and create dollars, but then something happens and they have a defensive posture they have to spend those dollars for, so they never get ahead. We make sure that the defense is solid, is strong, and is protecting the offensive strategy. Does that
Makes
make
sense.
sense?
Yep, makes perfect sense.
But what's important in the fees versus commissions is these fee-based guys think that that elevates their image. And so they are all out hunting for the big whale, the big elephant, to get the money from. And those guys are used to paying a fee, and then they'll move stuff around and they'll get commissions for that. And nobody cares because people think that paying a fee, I'm paying my financial planner, I pay him a fee every year. And I know some guys that charge fees for that. They do very well. And it's just a model that they've decided they like. I don't personally like that model because I think it creates lost opportunity somewhere else. And I think that people that pay fees don't need to be paying them, and they could put those dollars to growth. Most people that earn anywhere from a couple $100,000 down won't pay a fee, and so you've got to understand where their mindset is. I don't like it. Some people do, but it's very costly to pay a fee to have a financial planner in your life. It's not necessary. Use our models. So if you want to get information, go to raymondjewell.com/meet, and we'll answer any questions that you have. Just fill it out and make sure that you show up to the phone call because I've had some people fill it out and not show up, and
And how much
uh,
does it cost to meet with you, Dr. Ray?
nothing, zero.
Sorry, I had to do
So
that.
we're going to wrap up for now. I really, we could have taken more time with this because it's a sensitive topic that a lot of people uh, wrestle with, and it keeps them away. You don't need to pay a fee. Just find somebody that is model driven and have them guide you, and it costs you nothing to do that. And if a client goes through our process and they don't do it, we don't care. Doesn't matter. We're here to help the client. We could care less about the money. The money shows up. So anyway, I want to thank you all for coming and listening. Hope you pass this to your friends, financialfreedomradio.com. And you can go to youtube.com/financialfreedomradio. So when you go to YouTube, please subscribe and ring the bell, and we'll let you know when we post these. So I want to thank you all for coming, and I hope you have a great week. Take care, and may God bless you.
Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast. If you want to learn how to create real sustainable wealth like the extremely rich people do, or maybe you just want to sustain the wealth you already have, you need to check out Dr. Ray's new book, Why the Rich Are Rich. Ray's been coaching clients for 35 years and has completely unlocked the secret strategies that rich people use day in and day out to grow and sustain their wealth regardless of what's going on in the economy. His book is completely free, and you can get it by going to whythericharerich.com and entering your email address. Again, that's whythericharerich.com. Head over there now.